Guys, we'll be switching over in one hot second. I'm actually grabbing some links real quick or sharing some links real quick with social media. Good morning and welcome back, guys. It is Black Friday, and of course, Jackery's having a Black Friday sale. Hey, why not? Now, we want to welcome you to the show. It's going to be, of course, a nice little show. We've got about a couple hours to spend here, of course, showing you guys all these cool products. Hopefully, you guys can see that big, long, black panel over there. I do have, of course, that new 200-watt panel set up. So you guys can kind of see how large that panel really is. That is, of course, their new bifacial charging solar panel, that 200 that I didn't actually have that one. I finally have it, and I can show it to you guys in its glory. Trevor, what's up? Welcome, buddy. How are you doing? Don't mind me, lack of sleep, and of course, all the excitement of Black Friday sales had me going all night. I can say there was a few items I was looking at. I was kind of looking at some MetaQuest glasses. I was debating some MetaQuest to do some up close and personal shots of like Jackery stations and stuff. Would have been kind of cool. So I'm looking into it. Kind of looking into it. Now, guys, is there any station that you are looking at personally? Let us know. If there's questions you guys have about Jackery power stations, again, ask them. We are here to answer those questions for you. There are a bunch of amazing deals that you guys are going to see throughout this weekend. First and foremost, you're going to notice that we still have that 5% discount code going on for you. You guys spend over $1,000, there's that 5% discount code. You're going to also notice that the 1000 V2 is on sale. If you guys use the discount code we have and share it in chat, you guys can get it for $332. That's right, $332. I didn't go to bed till 2 a.m., which is not normal. Trevor, right there with you. I got off stream. I went and got saw by a doctor, and here I am. I think I had 3 hours of sleep. 3 hours of sleep, buddy. Now, we also have some other deals going on and all of those other cool pieces, but first and foremost, I want to talk about what these are. Guys, these are the phenomenal Jackery power stations. If you haven't saw them before and you just are now just discovering the channel and these products, welcome. Jackery made these products to help with, all the brownouts and blackouts in California. Well, they moved on and became a global phenomenon. Let's just go there. From the moment I got a chance to start messing with these stations, I was like drawn in. Before that, I was never a big believer of power stations. Like, I didn't really use them. Like, I lived in an apartment. What was I going to use them for? Then I was like offered to do one of them, and I was like, wow, this comes in really handy. I can use this to like power up cameras for doing videography, photography outside. I can use it to power up other devices. I can take it camping. They have a little bit of something for everybody, and that's what drew me in with that one. Now, like I said, something for everybody. There's smaller stations for the people that just want to get into or start learning about power stations or just want to use it for on the go. And then they got bigger ones for the people that want to go off of the grid, stop paying their electric companies, and just run it that way. So they do have a little bit of everything. When you purchase a Jackery power station, do not feel like you have to worry about it. Most of these come with either a 3 to 5 year warranty. They're also going to come with all of the included user manuals that you need. Some may come with, of course, something like this, a packet. Now, this packet's actually kind of cool because this packet's going to give you guys all of the capabilities of charging. So if you guys need like a wall charger, they make sure that you guys have a wall charging style capable cable to charge your device. You may get like a cigarette lighter adapter to charge your car inside, of course, your car. You may get, of course, an adapter pieces. These are going to be like the 8020 to 7909 adapters or 7909 to 8020 adapter. So you guys can adapt down the DC plugs into, of course, your systems as well. So they make sure that you have a little bit of something for everything to make sure that you can actually charge your devices or use them like you should. Now, the 1000 V2 is going to be the first product we're going to talk about today, and that is, of course, coming in at $332 when you use that discount code in chat. And we do have it in chat for you, and it's also down in the corner being shared around, flashing on that banner. Now, the 1000 V2 is a phenomenal product. It's 1,070 watt-hours of power. 1,070 watt-hours of power, guys. It's a phenomenally great amount of power that will do enough to power smaller appliances. It should be able to power a TV like the one in the background that you guys can barely see because all the Jackery products are blocking it, kind of. And you guys can power your Christmas trees and stuff, and we can kind of show you guys a video of that in action. So, like, let's say you want to use the 1000 V2 to power up some Christmas decor. Go ahead and do so. Now, you guys can see right here the 1000 V2 is powered up to about 22% battery. When we kick on all of those devices, it's going to start showing you guys the amount of power that we're pulling and how many hours that it's going to run for. 104 watts says at 22%, we're going to have at least 2.25 hours. Fully charge that, and you guys are going to have a longer runtime. I am running at least 10 inflatable decorations, 5 on the inside of the fence. There's like 5 on the outside of the fence. There's, of course, like, I'm going to say like 6 to 7 sets of lights throughout the yard that are all connected up to this as well. How come the TV was off last night? Trevor, I did not remember to turn it on. I'm just going to go there. Totally forgot to turn it on. But you guys could do something like this with the 1000 V2, and it will run those decorations. Add solar panels to it, and guys, you're going to have a great runtime with that. And that's the cool part about this. So there is the options to run set devices and not have to worry about it. Now, when we come over here to the table, you're going to notice that there's a lot more lighting today. And that's because the window is opened. I wanted to make sure you guys can actually see these stations in all of its glory today. So the 1000 V2 is this product right here. It's a 24-pound power station. At 24 pounds, it's actually still very portable, accessible, can be carried around without a problem. You're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug, which is what I was just showing you guys, like your cigarette car lighter in your car, but this is the vice versa of differences of this. This is going to be used for, let's say, air compressors, air mattresses, and other devices of the sort. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports, a 30-watt port, 100-watt port. You're going to have an 18-watt USB-A port, and you're going to have the flashlight. Now, that flashlight's going to do 3 modes. SOS pattern to warn or trigger somebody that you need help. You're going to have low light flashlight or like a low light level lighting for your rooms. Or you guys can go highlight mode, which is going to be like all this lighting around me, so you guys can see everything to the max. Now, you're also going to have a digital display. That digital display is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches in size. A little over, like, it's like 1 3/4 inches technically. It's a nice display. That display is very large. It's very crisp. It's going to allow you to see what you need, where you need to see it, and it's going to do it well. You're then going to have, of course, 3 American Standard AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 1,500 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 3,000 for those of that need to get over and above that amount of power. Now, with all of that, you're probably wondering how long it takes to charge 1,070 watt-hours of power. On this device, standard quick charging is 2 hours. So you have a 2-hour quick charge mode. You don't have to worry about it. The charge is going to be there. It's going to charge up. It's going to do well for you. If you need to, they designed what's called Charge Shield 2.0, and they designed a Jackery app. This device can pair up to your iOS devices or your Android devices. You can download it off the Google Play Store or the Apple Play Store. You will then pair it up and connect it up to your said device and to your Wi-Fi at your home, if that's where you want to connect it up to through the Wi-Fi. It's then going to give you access to what's called Charge Shield 2.0 with emergency situation charging or emergency charging. That charging, if you switch that on in the app, is going to give you guys a quick 1-hour charge mode. So you guys can have it fully charged in 1 hour time in emergency situations. Like most Jackery power stations, you guys should be able to fully charge this and leave it sit for a year without a problem. Do I recommend leaving it sitting for a year without retendering it or recharging it? Me personally, no. I would always charge these power stations at least every 3 months. By doing that, you're going to keep your batteries tendered, you're going to keep it more primed and ready to go, and it's going to extend the lifespan of the whole system. Now, with it, of course, you guys have that quick charge mode in the app access, but the app's going to allow you to see the battery percentage. It's going to allow you to see the input and output of the voltage. It's the same thing you would see on the digital display. It's going to allow you to turn on the flashlight through the 3 modes. It's going to allow you to turn on the display or shut off the display. It's going to allow you to turn on every individual switch. So if you guys want to turn on the AC plugs, you can turn on your wall plugs. If you want to turn on the DC plugs, like the USB-A's or the 12-volt 10-amp plugs, it'll allow you to turn that on. It's also going to allow you to shut it off. So if you accidentally leave it on, you guys can shut it off and then not have to worry about it. For $332, you guys have a very phenomenal product. If you want to have a 200-watt solar panel, you guys can connect up a 200-watt solar panel and have it charged if you really wanted to without a problem. So that's kind of cool where it's going to, vary where you charge. So let's say 2 of the 200-watt solar panels is going to give you guys about a 2.5-hour charge time. One single 200-watt panel is going to give you guys about a 5-hour charge time. Now, it doesn't come with the panel by itself, technically. If you guys just want the station, that's the separate piece. So for $332, you have a phenomenal product. You guys can get it with the 200-watt solar panel. So if you guys want to get it with a package deal, you guys can get it with that large 200-watt panel back here for $599. Now, that panel alone is like a $300+ solar panel. Phenomenal panel. It's going to do very, very well, and it's going to be very accessible to all of you. It does weigh about 16 pounds, so it does weigh a little bit. So if you guys need to move it around or whatever, that weighs a little bit. It's not the lightest panel on the market. It's not the lightest panel in their arsenal, but it does what you need. Now, fully waterproof, water resistant, you don't have to worry about it. You guys are going to get that charge, and you can leave it out in the rain. The power station itself needs to be put away, so you guys don't want that in the rain, but the panel is great. Can't stay. Hazel is going to blah, blah, blah. So was I. That's where I was all night. I was at the vet all night. I was being poked and prodded. Hopefully she feels better. Thanks for popping in. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Same stuff that I've been dealing with. Guys, lemonade, though. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's from that place I'm not going to name, though. Some strong lemonade today, though. Now, with the 1000 V2 guy, is the perfect portable system. Pair it with the 200-watt solar panel, phenomenal. If you want to pair it with 2 of the 100-watt solar panels, you guys can do that as well. What I'm going to tell you, though, is if you buy it with the 2 100-watt panels, you're going to spend a little bit more. It's like $649. So you guys could get it with just the 200-watt solar panel for $599. Save yourself about 50 something bucks, right? Or you can buy it with the 2 single 100-watt panels, and you guys are still going to have bifacial solar panels, but it's going to do well. You can definitely get it as a single 100-watt solar panel package if you want to for $499. So you guys have different options with this. Now, hopefully I muted that in time. If not, I apologize. So the 1000 V2 is going to be like a #1 seller. Honestly, it was a #1 Prime Day seller. I believe it was a #1 seller like the last 2 Prime Days that we had, which is crazy cool to see that it actually does that well. If you had time or messed with the original 1000 or the 1000 Pro, you're gonna know how much better this one is. It's a great product. It's a phenomenal product. It's gonna do really, really well for you. Now, like all of them, they have solar panel adapters on the side. It's gonna have a handle that folds up. It's gonna have that cooling technology, flame retardant shell, drop resistant UL protection. Technically, I think it's like 50 something inches. So if you dropped it from like this high, it's gonna be totally fine, which is great to know, because it's lithium batteries and it's a LiFePO4 cell, so it's an LTO. It's a great safe cell, honestly. I use them in my car for my car audio, which I love. So if you need the 1000 V2, might be that option for you. Not all good, Sheila. I mean, it's the same stuff I've been dealing with for the last, however long it was. All right, up next is going to be a small, portable, beautiful little power station sitting right there in the midst of the table. This is going to be the 300. Now, the Jackery Explorer 300 is going to be a more portable, lightweight device that you guys can carry around pretty much wherever you want. At 7.1 pounds, it is very lightweight and very portable. Now, 7.1 pounds, think about that, 7.1 pounds. That's like, I'm going to say it's like a gallon of milk. Like you're carrying around a gallon of milk, right? Probably a gallon of milk probably weighs a little more if I want to say, but I don't know the weight of milk. Handle, easily accessible. You guys can pick it up without a problem. Nice, lightweight. Digital display lights up very well. Has a 12-volt 10 amp hidden cigarette lighter adapter on the bottom. Now, with this device, you guys are going to have, of course, a couple AC outlets built in. Those are going to do 300 watts pure sine wave power. They can peak at 500 if you really need to. You're going to have, of course, a DC round port. That's going to be your 7909 or 8020 adapter plug over there. That's going to be for wall charging, cigarette lighter adapter charging, or solar panel charging. You're going to have two USB-A ports that are going to do, of course, that beautiful 5-volt 2.4 amps. You're going to then have a USB-C 60-watt port, which you guys can't really see unless we zoom on in over here onto this. Wow, the camera just wanted to go sideways, didn't it? So right there is going to be your ports, connectability. 293 watt hours of power is the power that this device does. 293 watt hours of power. That's a decent amount of power. Now, with 293 watt hours of power, it's going to take you about 3.5 hours to fully charge this device on a wall plug. You got to remember, because it's an older style of system, it's going to charge at 100 watts, and that's it. Now, at 3.5 hours on a wall plug or in your car, that's where you're going to be. If you want a USB-C 60-watt bidirectional charge it, you guys can do wall charging and the USB-C charger, and you'll have a 2-hour charge time. So you guys are going to drop down and charge a little bit quicker with this one. You technically can run a Nintendo Switch for about 40 hours off of this without a problem, which is a great runtime. Connect it up if you guys want to and add some LED lighting and run it for a day or so, no issues. If you want to connect up to, let's say, a Wi-Fi router or modem, you should be able to do at least 12 plus hours with that, no issues. 12 to 13 cell phone charges, maybe 2 to 3 laptop charges off of this. You want to do the 60-watt house fan, you guys could do that for a few hours as well. The flat screen TV for a couple hours if you really needed to. Now, with it, because it is portable, you guys could take it to the campsite, not have to worry about it. Add a 100-watt solar panel, and you guys will have a 4.5-hour charge time with this one. Now, if you want to do 15 to 16 DSLR batteries, go ahead and do so. 6 drone batteries, hey, why not do it? If you guys want to do GoPro cameras, you guys could do that as well. Mini coolers, you will go ahead, no problem. If you want to connect up to this PC, I mean, yeah, you could do it, but it's not going to play for a long time because I have a lot of power going through right now. The portability and the accessibility means this is a nice and user-friendly device. I mean, honestly, you could do arm curls with it, walk through the campground, no problem. Take it to the beach, plug into your stereo if you want to. Have no issues doing what you need. I apologize, everybody. If you guys caught the gist of this, I've been fighting a head cold for a while, so we're trying to do this show and get through it. Now, for $159, it's a 39% savings for this power station. Normally, it's like $260. It's a great deal on this one. It is a #1 seller for, of course, on here, which is great. Another #1 seller. It is a perfect outdoors piece. Now, I'm going to play a quick video. I'm going to step aside real quick 1 second. I want to show you guys a video. While I allow this to play, I'll be back in 1 quick second. Hello? See if I got it back. All right, is the microphone working now? Woo! I don't know what happened. All I did was mute it, and it went cluck. I apologize, everybody. Had a coughing fit. I wanted to mute it, and it actually turned the source completely off. Wow, it's going to be one of these days. One of these days. All right, like I said, we were showing you guys the 300. It's a phenomenal station. $159 by itself. 293 watts of power. If you want to get it with the 100-watt solar panel, guys, $284 will be your price point for that. Again, another great savings of 43%. It's going to come with a phenomenal solar panel. It's going to come with this bad boy right here. So this would be that option with that. So you guys are going to have a great solar panel. And it's going to work well. It's bifacial charging, waterproof, resistant. Leave it out in the snow if you want to. Lightweight and portable. So you have a couple options. System by itself or with solar panel. All right. So any questions, guys? Yeah, Trevor, I lost the microphone. That was my fault. It's my fault because I'm hitting mute so much. And I have mute next to source. And it killed it. Oh. So let's check chat. Make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, don't miss anything in chat. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep rolling on with this. We showed you guys the 300, so why not show you guys the 2000 V2? Now, the 2000 V2 is going to step up in power, and here's what's kind of cool. So you might be able to kind of see it between my head if I tip it to the side, but this is going to allow me to grab the Jackery app And when I hit the Jackery app, it's going to tell me I need to log in. Now, unfortunately, logging in is going to be, of course, my password, and I'm not going to give you guys my password because it's mine to do with as I want. And we're going to grab that 2000 V2. We're going to turn on the flashlight, and you guys can see back here the flashlight came on. If I hit SOS pattern, it's going to start flashing for you guys right over my shoulder. I can turn on low light flashlight or shut it off. This would also allow me to turn on the display, which you guys would probably not be able to see from there, but it can actually do that. Now, full app control, which is great. So you guys can actually see the app right here. I can slide down. It's going to show you guys the battery percentage left in it, the temperature it's sitting at. I can turn on the DC plugs, the AC plugs, and all those flashlight modes. If I want to, we can kind of come over here and I can show you guys some of the other settings. Emergency charging settings, and all of that other cool stuff. Now with it, of course, again, you guys can do the beautiful, beautiful Christmas decor. V2 might be the power station that you didn't know you needed until the Christmas decorations come out. Now guys, this is actually 2042 watt hours of power. You turn that AC outlet on and you're going to start seeing that power and wattage actually start coming out of there. 109 watts of usage right now, which is going to give us about 13 hours of runtime for all of these inflatable Christmas decorations and of course all of the lighting that you are seeing here. Now there are also 5 more inflatable decorations outside the fence that you're not seeing in this video. Now it is of course running all of the Christmas lights as well on top of that, but you might not realize how much it can do until you see it can do it. And of course the 2000 V2 is puppy approved. Now you guys got that great little video with, of course, the UpTo at the end. Now we're going to jump over here to the table. We're going to move up higher. We're going to zoom you on in over to the 2000 V2. Now the 2000 V2 is 2040 watt hours of power. Technically 2042 watt hours of power in a 39-pound package. Now at 39 pounds, it is a little bit heavier than some of the smaller ones, but still technically portable, right? You guys can move it around from place to place without a problem if you can lift 39 pounds. Now, they do make, of course, a Jackery little, I must say, a dolly or cart that you guys can move some of these stations around, which is great. They created it for the 3000, which was a phenomenal product. Now, you're going to have a standard 2-hour charge time with this. So, standard 2 hours, quick charging, you're good to go. And Bob's your uncle, right? Just like the others, you have that 1-hour quick charge mode. So if you need to, you guys can actually charge it at 1 hour time in emergency charging, and you're good to go. You're going to have the flashlight 3 modes of brightnesses and SOS pattern, right? You're going to have the 2 USB-C ports, 30 watt, 100 watt, 18 watt USB-A port, 12 volt, 10 amp DC plug. You're going to have 3 of those AC outlets. Those AC outlets are going to do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power. Can peak at 4400. 4400 watts of power is going to be your surge power. So surging. That means above and beyond, clean, clear, no spikes of power. That means it's going to be raw power for those bigger devices. Let's say like a welder or something that you needed to plug into. Maybe like a freezer you're not worried about, right? Something like that. 2-hour standard quick charging, 1 hour fast charging is phenomenal. It's great. You guys can, of course, if you add 6 of the 200 watt solar panel guys, a couple hours charge time, no problem. What they did with this one is they designed it with their new cell to body technology, or CTB. What does cell mean to you? It's literally like if you guys were cut a beehive in half and you saw all the honeycomb cells inside. That's what your cell is inside this. Those cells hold the batteries. By doing that, it made this device smaller. So it doesn't have to be as large as some of the others in the market or some of the others in the Jackery lineup. Now, by doing that, that also, of course, created a quicker turnaround time, faster build time, which means it's built in the warehouse or in the factory and then into the warehouse and shipped to you quicker than some of the others could be. By designing it and making it smaller, it also made it lighter than some of the others in the same battery class range, which is phenomenal the way they did that. It does have, of course, LifePo4 cells, 5-year warranty, flame retardant shelling, shock-proof or shock-resistant shell as well. Cooling technology built in with some fans and some other stuff, and of course pass-through air vents and everything else you need. All the points of connectability, you're going to have, of course, the wall plug charger on the side. You're going to have 2 solar panel connections on the side as well. You have everything you need in a system and a great size. This would be perfect for your house, your garage, your toy haulers, your motorhomes. It would be just perfect for Justin to have in his house to power up his AC when his power goes out because he's got too many computers connected up while he's working. You gotta get what I'm saying, right? Now, what could you run and what could you do? Let's say if you guys are on the job site, you need to run your shop vac. 2.5 hours with the shop vac. That'd be the same with like a tree trimmer. You could run a 200-watt desktop PC for 12 hours off of this without an issue. You should be able to get over 5 hours with at least a refrigerator. Now, when I give you the 5-hour range time, that's going to be dependent on the power wattage that your fridge draws. Some refrigerators draw about 100 watts, some draw about 200 watts. The bigger ones with ice machines and stuff draw about 520 watts. So you will have to do the math of what your runtime will be. Also remember that your refrigerator does not stay running or the compressor doesn't stay on and drawing power 100% of the time. It kicks on and off. That will, of course, extend your runtime with that system. Now, it's a great little idea that you guys could do stuff like that. Let's say you want to run a 5-watt light bulb for 64 hours. This could do that without an issue. If you wanted to do like a mobile phone, guys, easily 60 charges off of this without a problem. Coffee maker, 3.5 hours. Some of those espresso machines pull a lot of power. Now, if you also want to gear up towards, let's say, tea kettles, go ahead and do so. You guys can do, of course, portable refrigerators, portable ovens, heated blankets. You could do electric drills, I don't know, table saws, chainsaws. You guys could do palm sanders, hand drills. You guys could do, of course, Trevor's gaming handheld. Or if you guys want to go and do a treadmill and plug a treadmill into it and run a 5K, you could do that. Go ahead and do so. Rice cookers, of course, is going to take a little bit longer runtime than what we were just showing you, maybe 20 hours with the 60-watt water pump, guys. The ranging will be variations. For $699, it's a 53% savings right now, and it's a great price point for you. Now, I love the 2000 V2. It's got a lot of course, hits with me. It does well when I need it to do it. So I've actually had my Xbox plugged into it, played games off of it. We had our TVs plugged into it. When I first got it, we did a whole stream plugged into it, and that was a cool thing too. So I did a whole Dragon Blogger stream connected up to it, ran my PC, my camera gear and everything. No issues. Got through a whole 2-hour stream without a problem. So you have a nice variety. It really just depends on what you really are gearing towards and what you want to run. So the 2000 V2 does do very, very well for you guys, and we'll hit those nails on the head for you at $699. Now, if that is not the product you want, maybe you want the 2000 V2 with the 200-watt solar panels. Now, the 200-watt solar panels, let's see if I can kind of show you guys the solar panels, right? So that is going to be this large panel right back here. So I'm going to kind of zoom back. You guys can see that large panel right there. That is going to be 2 of those solar panels in that kit for $1,100. That's a 56% savings on that package. You're going to get a large, beautiful power station that's going to do what you need, how you need it to do it, and you're going to come with 200 watt solar panels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a great deal, guys. If you have any questions about the 2000 V2 or, of course, the solar panel, go ahead and ask. We are here to definitely answer and, of course, talk about it. Now, that solar panel is on there. We'll probably show it to you guys a little bit different in a little while, maybe. It is a little bit heavier of a solar panel and large. It's over 90 inches long, so it's going to be one of those ones that's kind of a little bit hard to show on camera unless we do like I'm doing right here. Now, while we're talking about big bad boy power stations, we got this table set up. We showed you the 2000 V2. Let's show you guys the 3000. Now, the 3000 is coming in at 15% off. Now, yes, you heard me correctly, 15% off. Now, it's a new power station, guys, and it's going to do very, very well. It's actually that big bad boy right there. That thing has got more power than the very large one right next to it. You're going to have over 3,000 watt hours of power in this device. It's going to weigh approximately 55 plus pounds. For this, I think it's a little over 58 pounds or something like that. But it's going to weigh a little bit. Now, I have the LED lighting connected up to it. We are running some Christmas lights or Govee lights off of it. Again, app controlled like most of the Jackery stations. So if I want to pop over here and grab the 3000 Pro, I can turn that flashlight off or that switch just by hitting the app. I want to turn it back on. It's going to kick back on just like that. Now, that's also going to allow me to turn on or off the display. So if I want the display off, I can shut it off. If I want the display on, I can turn the display on. Inside the app with this one, you're going to see carbon reduction and, of course, energy generation set up inside here. Now, like all of them, you're going to have, of course, a standard quick charge time, which is great. You're going to have 3,072 watt hours of power. 3,072 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 11 hours with two of the 200 watt solar panels. That's 400 watts of charging. Now, if you want to charge this off a wall plug in your house, 2¼ hours is your charge time. Add the wall plug in the solar panels, you're going to have a little over an hour and a half charge time with the 3000. Now, on this device, you're going to have 2 USB-C ports at 100 watts max, 2 USB-A ports at 18 watts max. You're going to have a 12-volt 10-amp DC plug above it, and you're going to have 5 AC outlets. These AC outlets are going to be 4 standard 3-prong American-style plugs down below, which I'm actually using one of them right now for those LED lights. These plugs will do 3,600 watts of pure sine wave. Can peak 7,200 if you guys want to peak a little bit above and beyond. You're going to see that NEMA style round plug above there. That is also a 3,600 watt pure sine wave power, 7,200 watt peak plug. That NEMA plug is a TT30R or TTR30 style plug. That plug is going to be a bidirectional plug, which is kind of cool. What does that mean? That means I can actually connect it up to, let's say, a transfer station, or if I want to connect it up to my motorhome or my RV. By doing that, I can actually power these circuits inside my motorhome or RV. That means running my fridges in my RV, the AC in my RV, all of the outlets in my RV came that easily. I don't have to worry about plugging it into the campsite power because the campsite power plug broke. That also means I can connect up to or strap some solar panels to the top of my motorhome or RV and charge this device while I'm driving or just sitting throughout the day. I love that idea. It's a great idea that's going to allow us to do quite a bit with this. Now, 20 milliseconds to switch over. It's a quick switch over. So if you guys have this plugged into the wall and have devices plugged into it and the power goes out in your wall, it will kick over in under 20 milliseconds. Because it's over 3,000 watt hours or kilowatts, you guys can actually reach out to your the federal credit or green energy credit program, and you guys can see if you're eligible for the eligibility of the 30% tax rebate. 30% tax rebate on a power station. The has enough power to run a refrigerator for like 1 to 2 days. That's like a 100-watt refrigerator, right? Your 5-watt light bulb, 9 to 10 days off of this. Maybe 60 hours with the house fan, 66 hours with the Wi-Fi router. You guys could do a lot more with this. Let's say you guys want to do a rice cooker, 6 hours of cooking time. Electric oven, like your 800-watt standard house oven, 3 hours of runtime, unfortunately. You want to do your LCD TV, I mean, over 30 hours, no issues with that. Watch your shows, get your stuff done, and have fun. Connect up your tablet, charge your 12-watt tablet about 60 times off of this, or your 80-watt laptops about 36 times. Leaf blowers, lawnmowers, weed eaters, hand drills, you guys can do it all. You don't have to worry about it. The 3000 is a beautiful, beautiful piece. Now, the price point of this is going to be about $934. At $934, 15% savings, you're going to have a crazy, crazy, beautiful power station. Now, you guys can get it again as a package deal. You guys can get the 3000 portable station with 2 of those 200-watt solar panels. Now, I'm going to grab over here. Let's grab this. Let's show you guys that panel a little closer. We do have a video of this panel. Again, not always going to be the easiest with this panel right now. I haven't been able to get outside and do a full video of it, but you guys can see the panel. It's a nice, large, beautiful panel. Comes with the 10-foot cable. It's going to come with bifacial charging, magnetic handle, ETFE laminated handle, 2 kickstands, and 96 inches of beautiful monocrystalline solar cells. That means you guys can connect up to and do what you need as you need with it and not have to worry. I'm going to apologize. It looks like I have a package downstairs and I'm getting a doorbell ring. Now, connecting it up is that simple, guys. You'd be able to connect up this panel and connect it up to your power station under 10 seconds without a problem. Now, that's a great idea. By having 2 of these solar panels, you guys have that 11-hour charge time in this package deal. Add, of course, a few more of those, and you guys are going to have a quick charge time, of course, with that on hand. You guys can see the kickstands built in. You guys can see, of course, the blue reflective charging. And then you guys are going to see, of course, the darker side. The darker side is what you point at the sun. Trifold design, quad panels, beautifully done. 16 pounds of weight, though, and it is large. So if you can't handle 96 inches by yourself, have somebody help you up, fold it out, and then you should be good to go. That power station and, of course, the package deal, you guys can either get it by itself or you can get it with solar panels for $1,423. If you get it with the solar panels, that's a 53% savings, normally a $3,000 price tag. So, $3,000, guys, that is an amazing, amazing power station. Now, remember, Jackery offers a bunch of different panels. They have a large list of panels, from the 100 Lite to the 100 Prime, to the 200-watt panels, to the 500X, to even the Mini 40. They used to offer an 80-watt panel. I believe the 80-watt panel was a glass panel. But large varieties of stations, a little bit of something for everybody. Let's check chat. Trevor said my mic was lost. Yes, I lost my mic. I'm losing my voice too. Don't worry about it, buddy. We're lucky I'm talking today. That's what we are. It's that time of the year that everybody's getting the head colds, and, you know, I caught it. I just happened to have caught it. All right, we're going to move on. We showed you guys the 3000. Now we're going to move into some of the bigger power stations. Now, when I do this, we're changing camera angles. We're changing cameras altogether. You're going to see them joint together at first, and then I'm going to move them around, and then we'll get into this. So, we're going to talk about these 2 big bad boys right here. We're going to start off with the 3600 Plus. Now, the 3600 Plus is a phenomenally amazing power station. Unfortunately, I'm going to point this out one time, guys. If you are using the carousel to click the product, unfortunately, the product in the carousel takes you to the battery at $11.99. And I'm going to apologize to everybody for that. You will actually have to click the station, and I will actually attempt to... Justin, are you watching? Are you in chat? Can you get me the link to the 3600 Plus in shorter variation instead of the long one? Because the link is a little long, and I don't want to get tagged for it. If Justin is watching. So we're going to talk about the little brother over here to the big brother. We're going to get into depth in this. I'm going to move the 5000 out of our way, and we're going to talk about this one right here. Now, I have a little bit of size space issue, so this is the way we're going to do this. You guys are going to watch me. You're going to probably think, well, hey, those are actually big. They are big. This one's 77 pounds. That is 100 plus pounds. You would think they're going to be hard to move, and they're really, really not. They both have side handles. They both have telescopic handles in the back of this. So you guys can actually hide it, move it, and everything around it. I'm going to get up here. We're going to move 5000 back. We're going to grab 3600 plus. We're going to move it up front for us. Let's get into this. You guys can see, easily movable. I can sit here, wheel it around, spin it without a problem. And that's what I like about this. I think Justin disappeared, so we're going to show you guys, share the link for this. That link I am posting in chat is actually the link for the 3600 Plus, guys. It's a little bit longer of a link, but it's going to take you straight to the power station that we're showing. Now, 3600 Plus is, of course, 77 pounds of weight, so it's got a little bit of weight, a little bit of girth, and it's got everything you need. Now, we're going to show you guys the front panel. If I turn it on, you have a nice, large 2.5, 3-inch display. High-vis colorway, orange and black and white. Battery percentage, input, output, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectability. 4 AC outlets and a 5th AC outlet up top. Now you have 4 of your standard AC outlets that are going to do 3600 watts of pure sine wave power for you. Now with this device, you guys are going to have 3,584 watt hours power. So 3,584 watt hours of power. That's a crazy amount of power in the station. It's a lot of power for this. And that's the cool part with this. So you guys have a great amount of power, about 34% of the size compared to some of the others in this class range with this. You're going to have multiple ways of charging that much power. 2.5 hours on a wall plug. 4 hours with 1,000 watts of solar charging. Or about 2 hours if you do wall plug and solar charging together. Hey, you guys want to know something? It is snowing outside. You guys want to see some snow real quick? Hold on. Let's see if we can get it to... Let's see if we can get you guys a little bit of snow. And there's your holiday cheer for you guys. We have snow. Oh, it wasn't supposed to snow today, guys. It was not supposed to snow. Happy Black Friday to everybody that's out there shopping. It is snowing. I had to do that. Sorry, guys. Just had to. All right, back to this. So you guys have multiple ways of charging it. You have a great amount of power. You have the 4 standard AC outlets that are going to do that 3,600 watts. Then you have that TTR30 NEMA style plug that's going to allow you to connect up to transfer stations, motorhomes, RVs, and stuff like that. Display app control. Now, this one has a little bit something different on the front. So if I tip it, you're going to notice it's got, of course, carbon fiber style topping with orange handles. On the side, you're going to be greeted with, of course, more plugs or connections. So you guys are going to have the AC expansion port. This is going to allow you to connect up to another power station. It's also going to allow you to connect up to a transfer station. You're going to have a battery or DC expansion port to add batteries. 2 solar panel connections, the 8020s, and the wall plug down below. You have 2 circuit resets as well for the AC plugs. Because you have the battery expansion connection, you guys can actually, do that as well. You guys can see the large wheels on the bottom. You have the airflow that's going to allow it to keep cool, and of course, while you're charging everything. 30 decibels of noise in the 3600 plus. It is library silent. Me tapping my ring is louder than this device. Now, by itself, it's a phenomenal amount of power. By adding 5 batteries, you guys are going to have, of course, over 21 kilowatts of power. 21 kilowatts. If you wanted to add, of course, a second station and, of course, 10 batteries, you guys can do, of course, 43 kilowatts of power. 21 kilowatts of power should allow you to run your home for at least 4.5 days without an issue. Now, what could you run off of this and how long could you do this? Your house washing machine should be able to run off the device by itself for about 5 times. Your 1150 watt window AC should be able to go around about 3 hours or so. Your refrigerator, like your 100 watt refrigerator, could do Melinda, that is good to know. Yeah, it's the 3000 is an amazing power station. It's a really phenomenal power station. It does really well for all of the variations and usages with it. Did you try to fill out for the residential clean energy credit program? Because you bought the 3000, you are eligible to sign up for that 30% tax credit because you have that system. Yeah, so I don't know if you just saw a second ago, and we can actually bounce back to this. I said the same thing. I was just laughing and said this. I don't know if you guys can kind of see this, but it is snowing outside. It literally just started snowing, and it's actually snowing pretty heavy. Didn't even know it was supposed to snow today. Like, I live in New England. Shouldn't surprise me. It's winter, but didn't even know it was supposed to snow today. So we do have snow going on. Yeah, so you are eligible. There is a tax credit program for, of course, these devices. If PC Phil was in here, he has the link to it. But you are eligible for, it's like a 30% tax credit. It's eligible through IRS requirements and stuff like that. But yeah, so you are eligible because you own the station. I think you have to show that you have it. You have to show how you're using it. And the receipts and stuff. But yeah, any station over 3000 kilowatts is actually eligible. I'll see if my buddy PC Phil's got the link to that. But yeah, it's a great idea, and it's a phenomenal thing. I mean, it's a beautiful station. So, did you get the standard 3000, or did you get the newer variation, like the one on the table back here? Yep. Yeah. I usually have it. PC Phil works for Dragon Blogger on the Dragon Blogger side, and he usually has that link. So we usually have it on hand to show everybody. So if you got that 3000, did you know that they make a beautiful little, it's like a cart or dolly to roll it around? It's a really cool little piece that they created. Let's go see if I can find the cart. Yeah, they made a really cool cart for this. I was actually quite surprised that they made this. believe I can find it. So if you look at that picture right there, yeah, so that is going to take you to the buying the station with the cart, but the cart is an option. So there is an optional cart. Fernando, do you have the link to the cart on hand by any purposes? Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm going to try and find the cart for you separately if I can. But yeah, they have a cart, and it's amazing, amazing thing. I was really, really happy when they did that. Yeah, you know, we said the kind of the same thing. They without the cart, it is definitely a heavy power station. Having that cart makes it so much easier to move it around. I've unfortunately, I do lift this 3000 up and down off of this table for all of these shows, and I carry it from here all the way down my hallway. So having the cart or a dolly would make it a lot easier. Now that's where they kind of created like the 3600 plus with the wheels. They meant for this one to be more stable and like positioned, but they did offer a cart variation. No. So I couldn't find the link to the cart by itself. So once I find the link to the cart by itself, I will show. I will get it for you. Let's see if I can get the link by itself. Yeah, there is a cart for it. I do know it is an optional separate item somewhere, and I don't know where the link to it is. It's just one of them days I don't have the link to the cart by itself. But yeah, that's what the cart looks like, and it's a cool cart. So, oh yeah, you could do that too easily. You could use a regular dolly too. I just like that they did come up with the cart for it. A lot of people didn't know that it was an option, and I didn't either. So, just pointing it out for everybody. Now we're gonna go back to, of course, this power station that we're talking about, 3600 plus, built-in wheels, 2 casters on the front, telescopic handle, and everything. What's this? What's the best deal on the small 14 number generator? I'm gonna say like the 1000 V2. We have the 1000 V2 sitting here for 332 with, of course, our discount. The 14 pounds generator. I'm not sure which one weighs 14 pounds. It's a good question. I'm not sure which one weighs 14 pounds. The 500 weighs 13 pounds, which isn't a bad one. There's the 240D that weighs about 4.4 pounds. The 1000 V2 weighs 23 pounds, which is actually pretty light with that one. So yeah, I mean, there's like 1000 V2 at 23 pounds. It's very easily carryable. You can move it from place to place without a problem. We have a discount code in chat to get it for $332. So I mean, it's a crazy good price point for 1070 watt hours of power. That would be, if I get the table correctly, that's going to be that station right there. So the one in the corner that's got the plug into it, that is, of course, the 1000 V2. That's probably the best deal of the day, personally, to me, because it's got a lot of power. It's still small and portable, and it has all the connectabilities that you could want to run devices. Now, like the 4-pound device in the middle, the 240D, that's more of a mobile device for like USB-C devices, USB-A devices. Like the 3000 or the 300 plus, that's a nice portable device that can be used pretty much anywhere. It weighs 8 pounds, so you can take it wherever you want. Has a single AC outlet. The 13-pound device is going to be like, let's say, that one up there on top. That would be the Jackery Explorer 500. The Jackery Explorer 500, it's 518 watt hours of power. It weighs 13.3 to 13.4 pounds. It's a great product. It's some of the older technology, so charging it isn't as quick as some of the others. But it does what it should. It does well. It's going to last the test of time. I've been using it for multiple years without a problem. Still holds a charge. Still does everything you expect for it. So that's going to be like the 13-pound variation. But yeah, I mean, we have all of them sitting here. So the 3600 plus, guys, that is a great one. It's about $16.99 by itself. $16.99. It's going to give you over 3,584 watt hours of power. It's going to pack everything you need. It's got, of course, the 5 AC outlets on the front. It's got, of course, the connectors on the side for extending batteries and everything else. Yeah, we're going to be going through a lot more of this. I have another hour sitting here, so we're going to be showing a lot more of these devices as we go. We're just, doing it in general in line of products. But any product you want to talk about, go ahead and ask. I mean, I have probably 6 or 7 more products that aren't even shown on the show today line up down a hallway. So I've had hands-on with all of the Jackery products. So there's not like one product that I really haven't had a lot of hands-on time with. So I mean, there's a lot of great options. So I mean, if you want me to show you the 1000 V2, go ahead and ask. If you want to see like the 240, the 240Ds, the 300s, go ahead and ask. I have no problems. That's why we're here today for the 2 hours, is to give everybody a chance to see what they want to see. Yeah, I mean, I love the small units. So I was a big fan of the 100 plus power station, Melinda. If you haven't seen the 100 plus, it was like this really teeny tiny, like 2-pound power station that was TSA approved. I feel that. Yeah, you probably do. You probably have a lot of opportunities to test those. I really do feel that one for you. Yes, like the little one. I love the little one. I used that so much, it was crazy. I actually had 2 of them. So I like to use the 100 plus a lot. Now, with the new 240D, I've come and started using that a lot more. Now, I'm wondering why my autofocus is really messing up on my camera today. Not even going to go there, though. So, I mean, yeah, a lot of options, a lot of different variations. Like we were showing you, the 3600 plus by itself is great. You guys can get it as a package deal with 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for like $18.89. Now, I think it's like a 10% savings. It's, of course, a great savings. If you spend over $1,000 today, we do have that 5% discount code. So you guys can get another 5% off of that purchase by using that discount code. So if you guys need, use the 2025 Black Friday Cyber Monday code, get another 5% off. Now, if you don't want it with the 2 solar panels, totally understand. I mean, I get it. Get it as a package deal because remember, this can have batteries. So getting a package deal, you guys can get the battery, the station, and 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for like $29.99. So, I mean, you're getting the station, the battery. By having the battery, you now have 7,168 watt hours of power. I mean, that's almost 10,000 kilowatts. I mean, or 8,000 kilowatts technically, if I want to round up. But by having that much power, you guys are going to run or extend your usage time. This is definitely going to be for those of you that need or worried about power outages or want to go off the grid. If you guys want to do homesteading or vice versa, you guys live in Tornado Alley, or if you guys live down in Florida, or if you live in California with the rolling brownouts and blackouts, this is going to be geared towards you. And the package deal comes with the station, the battery, and I don't have the battery for this, so I can't show you the battery. but it's also going to come with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels. Those panels are kind of back there. If you guys can see that huge panel back there, that's that 200-watt panel. You're going to get two of those in this kit. So, I mean, it's a great kit. Adding up, of course, 5 batteries is accessible with this device. So you guys can add 5 batteries connected to this. It's going to give you guys about 21 kilowatts of power, which is phenomenal. It's a great amount of power. With that amount of power, you should be able to run most of your home devices for at least 4 days. No problem. Linking it with the second 3600 plus and 10 batteries, you guys should be able to get about 40, I think it's like 42 to 43 kilowatts of power. That should give you guys at least 10 days of runtime, I would expect, with most of your standard devices. That's not going to be like your central AC, your hot tub, your pools, and vice versa. So 3600 plus is a phenomenal product. Now we're going to move into the largest power station, the big boy behind it. By doing that, you have to get up. We're going to show you guys how easy it is to tip and roll these, just like that. Move it out of the way. Come back here, grab the handle on the 5000, very easily tip it, pull it to the front, and you guys can see this big bad boy right here. The Jackery Explorer 5000. Now, yes, this is their largest station. Has that telescopic handle that's going to allow you to hide in the back. You guys can stack a battery on top if you want to. It's a flat surface. Has handles. Has a large display. Full app controls still. You have a 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug on this one. The other one didn't have it. You're going to have 4 AC outlets on the front. You're going to have 2 USB-C ports that do 100 watts of charging. 2 USB-A ports that do, of course, the beautiful 18 watts of charging. It's about 35% off today. It's going to be about $27.99, normally $4,300. The AC outlets are going to do 7,200 watts of sine wave no matter what through this system. So you guys can do that with this. How many cycles to 80%? You should get at least 4,000 to 6,000 charge cycles, I believe it is, to about 80%. So I think it's like 4,000 to 5,000 to 80% with that one. But you're going to get over 10 years of usage with this without a problem, because it can add all of the batteries. I mean, this is like 5,040 watt hour or 5,000 watt hours of power by itself. You can add 5 batteries. That's, of course, 30 kilowatts of power. You can link a second station and have 5 more batteries, and you have 60 kilowatts of power. This is pretty much run your whole home, run your business, and don't worry about it. What's up, Blake? How are you doing, buddy? Yeah, I think it's like 4,000 to 5,000. And that's going to be a standard with all batteries. I mean, people will say this to you, and it's like it's pretty standard to be 4,000 to 5,000. Some of the smaller ones may give you guys 6,000, really. But you got to remember, it's a LifePo 4 cell. It's the same cell I use in my car audio, in my stereos in my car. And I say this a lot, and some people don't kind of understand. But let me grab a picture real quick. Like, I use this stuff in my car. Like, I use LifePo 4 cells, lithium cells in my car. So, I know I have pictures somewhere. So, like, I use... So, I use them in my car. So, that's kind of like a battery cell that's in these systems. So, I use those in my car for my audio. We create them up, we connect them up, and I will individually charge them myself, and I'll build a bank. Well, is it expandable with other batteries? Is it already... So no, it can actually connect to 5,000 batteries. So they do have batteries that they made for this. There's a linking cable that they connected or created for it to connect up to the 5,000 battery. So you can add 5 of those 5,000 watt batteries to the system. So you can actually add batteries. So there are batteries that can connect up to this. You can expand this to 30 kilowatts. Yep, they have their own expansion batteries. I mean, I'm sure it's out there, all that other stuff. But hey, we're doing Jackery, buddy. Doing Jackery. Yeah, it's expandable. Now, this is a little bit different than some of the others in the market as well. So, like a lot of the power stations that you'll see will have like a 10 milliseconds to 20 milliseconds of UPS or EPS, emergency power supply. This one is 0. So 0 milliseconds to switch over if your power goes out with this one. So it can actually run at 0 milliseconds on this, which I love that idea. Now on the front, you have, of course, all the connectabilities that we were just showing you. Of course, we're going to come in here. 7,200 watts of sine wave of those 4 AC outlets. That is not where we're going to stay with this one. So this is not all this offers. So if I walk to the side, we're going to come over to the AC expansion port. This AC expansion port is going to allow you to connect up to a smart transfer station. Now, what is a smart transfer station? A smart transfer station is an electric circuit breaker box that can be wired to your house, to your circuit breaker box by an electrician. That means you guys can run 12 individual circuits throughout your home. By connecting up to that, you're running your home off 12 individual circuits off these power stations, but it will also allow you to charge at 4,000 watts through your power grid off of your electric company. By charging to 4,000 watts, you guys can actually charge at a little over an hour and a half to have 5,000 kilowatts of power. Now, by doing that, though, you guys can actually do what's inside the app in a charge during peak or low peak hours. Your electric company charges you more during peak hours than it does during low peak hours. Below that is going to be a 14-30 and a 14-50 NEMA plug. These two NEMA plugs are going to allow you to do 120 and 240 volt connectability. So you guys can do dual charging, 120 volts or 240 volts. These are going to allow you to connect up to a TTR30, and you guys can connect up to your motorhome, your toy haulers, or your little or your mobile RVs and stuff like that. You can run your RV circuits through those plugs as well if you have the adapter to adapt it down. You're going to see the large air cooling through the side. Now that's not all that's left on this device, because this one does something a little bit different. We're going to pull you over here. We're going to show you guys the solar connections and everything else in between. So at the bottom is going to be your battery expansion port. So that's your DC plug to connect up to other DC batteries. You're going to have your wall plug. That wall plug is going to allow you to charge at 1,800 watts of power. When you're charging through that 1,800 watts, it's going to be about 3.5 hours to fully charge this device. Not a bad charge time for 5,000 kilowatts. Under this panel is going to be a dual system for solar panels. First is going to be your DC style plugs. Your DC style plugs are going to allow you to do charging at 1,200 watts of charging. Now, at 1,200 watts of charging, guys, it's going to take about 5 hours with that one. 5 hours. Now, you guys can go into high power solar charging. Flip this switch. You're now in high power solar charging, and you guys can use the large solar arrays like the ones on the top of your house, the movable ones in your yard, the ones you see on the side of the road. It can charge it at 4,000 watts of charging. At 4,000 watts of charging, guys, you can have this charged at approximately a little over an hour and a half. Now, because most solar arrays are not always going to get 100% of the power, that means technically you guys, if you had an 8,000 watt solar array sitting outside, you guys are going to get the 4,000 watts through this. Now, you guys can also do dual charging systems. So let's say you have solar connected and you have wall charging connected. You guys can, of course, charge with those going together, and it'll drop that charge time with this. Now, that's the cool part about it. A lot of the systems don't have the high power solar array connections. They only have like the lower power solar arrays. This one will allow you to do the larger solar panels. So like PC Phil, which is part of Dragon Blogger, has a large solar panel. You guys can connect up to that just by flipping a switch and having it set up and charged. Because you guys can and do have so much power, max PV, I think max input's 4,000 watts through solar and 4,000 watts through, of course, the electric grid. And I mean, at 4,000 watts, it's going to charge extremely quick. I mean, most people will be charged right quick. Yes, I did. I've said your name a few times, buddy. I said your names a few times. Ew. Well, why would you want to do that? That's just weird, Phil. Weird. Now, with, of course, the smart app control, you guys can see generation and consumption of solar. You guys can see generation and consumption of your electric grid. So if you guys want to, it's also going to allow you to, of course, set smart charging times or smart usage. So let's say you don't want to charge during like high power charge times. Your electric company during, of course, peak time, like right now is peak time for my electric company, they're going to charge me more than they would during the middle of the night. So you guys could see. You guys could set that up to charge through that. What's that? Nerd Life. Yeah. Wife. Yeah, I already know, buddy. I already know. Like with it, you guys going to get 5 years of coverage. So you guys got a 5-year warranty with this one. Pretty much no hassle warranty. You guys contact them. They will, do their thing to get you back up and running, which is amazing on this. Now, max 60 kilowatts of power. So if you guys link a couple stations, it's going to give you like 15 days of runtime without having to have the solar connections and just be charged. Now, we're going to go into a little bit more of this because if you want to run your flat screen TV off of the device by itself, over 2 days of runtime. Your 90-inch flat screen is going to allow you to run for a couple days. That means you can watch enough football to get you through that power outage. Not going to say your cable is going to work, but your TV will. If you want to do your house dryer, you should be able to get about 3 hours of drying clothes on your house dryer off of this system by itself without adding batteries. Your central AC, that's going to be like your big high compressed central AC at 60 watts or 60 degrees of cooling. It's going to give you guys about 2 hours of runtime. I'm sorry. It's a power-hungry device. For the 1150 watt to 2000 watt window AC is about 4.5 to 5 hours of runtime with that, or 10 hours with an inverter heater, or about 110 hours with your refrigerator. It's going to get through a power outage without a problem. Add the batteries, you double, triple, quadruple, and you guys see where we're going. Quick charging, usability, and of course all the accessibility. So let's say you want to run your refrigerator, your microwave, your coffee maker, your tea kettle, your electric stove, and your freezer. You can do it. It's going to allow you to do it, no problem. Now, the system by itself, it's a great system. I mean, $2,799, normally $4,300 system. It's a great system by itself. You guys can get it with the 500X solar panel, which is a large panel. I'm not sure a lot of people have seen this panel, but we will grab a video for it. Let's see, I got a couple of these videos for this one. We'll take your gander at this. Of course, there's your first panel all the way over to your sixth panel, which is right over here. This is actually a very large solar panel that can actually fold up and be put away in that carrying case. Now it's going to do 500 watts, of course, charging rate. Each panel is 85 watts. You have 6 panels, and they do need to be put together. Now, you don't have to leave it like this, but it can be set up like this. You guys can hang them out, or you guys can do the accordion style with the hinges that comes with it. Now, of course, it is a bifacial charge design, which is actually quite cool. When you accordion up and fold it up, it can be put away, and it's going to do very well for you. So if you're looking for it, the 500 watt Solar Saga 500 panel might be a great option for your charge rate of that 5,000. I don't feel like my background removal's gone. So that is, of course, that large panel that comes in an option with it. So if you're looking for something like that, You guys can get it with the 500X without a problem. It's a large, large panel. All right, we're going to go into a new fan favorite for me, and I'm going to go here. This is the 240D. Now, the Jackery Explorer 240D is just one of those stations that grabs my heart, and it grabbed my heart quick. And that's because I like a portable station that works well for my camera gear. I'm going to go there. Now, I'm going to show you guys the system by itself, right? It's a 4-pound power station. This is 256 watt-hours of power that can be fully charged in a couple hours' time, no problem. It's 4.5 pounds. It's lightweight. It's portable. It's got an amazing handle. This handle is super, super strong. Cool part about the handle is it doubles, and I mean it doubles as a charging cable. So it's a USB-C to USB-C charging cable. It's thick, it's braided, and it's strong and durable. So that's why you guys can use it as a handle. I can sit here and swing it all day. If I don't want to use that as a handle and I want to take it off, there's C-clips on the side that if I press, I can pop the handles off, and then I can put like a backpack strap on it. So if I wanted to put a backpack strap, I could do that as well. And that's the cool part about this. So we can adjust it, change it, whatever we want. Still has a digital display, so if we press the button, you guys can see the display come on. 53% battery. It's going to show you guys the input, output. It's going to show you guys, of course, that charge time and usage time. Now, you're going to get 3 USB-C ports. You're going to get a 140 watt port, a 100 watt port, a 15 watt port. The 140 watt USB-C port is a bi-directional port, so input, output. You're going to get the DC plug input only and a 15 watt USB-A port as well. Now, because it's portable, lightweight, and it has the USB-C ports that I like to use quite a bit for all of my lighting gear and all my camera gear, I have started using this a lot more than the bigger stations. That's why it's grown to my heart, because I do a lot of camera recording. To record all of that stuff, it takes a lot of power, and half of the time I forget to charge my camera batteries, so I have to plug into a station. It's the life of a content creator. I tell you guys, you'll do that as well. This is 37% off today. It's $132. Now, $132 for a portable station is phenomenal. The only downside, and I'm always 100% honest with you, even though I'm streaming on Jackery and I'm streaming on, of course, Dragon Blogger side, the only downside to this is you don't have the power brick to actually plug in and charge at 140 watts. Jackery's like, well, we get it, so they created a power brick, guys. So if you need a power brick, they created a 102 watt power brick. It's out there. You guys can charge on a wall plug. Now, with, of course, the DC plug, that means I can connect up to a solar panel. So if I have the solar panel connector plug, I can plug the panel right on into this, charge it 100 watts of charging through the 10-foot cable, and I can use solar charging. So it's not like I'm stuck charging on a wall plug. It would be the same idea as grabbing, let's grab it, the cigarette lighter adapter plug and charging it in my car. So if I want to grab this and connect it up, we're going to charge it 100 watts of charging or whatever the car is going to allow me to charge at, and I can connect it to my car and charge it. Now that's I think it's like a 4.25 hour charge time through your cigarette lighter in your car. If you're using, of course, the 140 watt charging, you're going to get about 2.5 to a little over 2.5 hours to charge time. It's not that bad. Now, lightweight, portable, it's beautiful. They make a carrying bag for this as well. So if you guys need a carrying bag that's going to protect it from the water, they make one of those. Now, you know what? I'm going to play a quick video. I'm going to go grab it. So give me a second, guys. So like I said, they offer a carrying bag. Now, there are a couple options out there, and of course, this is that strap I was talking about. This is the carrying bag. It's a waterproof bag, dust resistant, waterproof resistant, and it's going to help you guys carry the system. So, by doing this, I can literally just pop that system in here. You guys will probably be taking the cord off first. I just left the cord on for this purpose. And then you strap it up. And then it's going to have the protective cover. I can pop it over and I can actually plug into all of the adapters to charge or run my devices. Now, that also allows me to have extra cables and other tidbits and, of course, the other pockets. So, a carrying bag is a great option for like a little system like this. And I love that idea. So, it's a cool little idea. I love that, there's options like this. Jackery has their own carrying bag for this. So if you guys need, there is an option for a carrying bag for the, of course, the 240D. Phenomenal product. Totally forgot I had that bag. And an amazing little station. And like I said, I really use these smaller stations a lot. So really great idea. If you want to power it completely down, hold the button down, it will power the system completely off. And then it's in standby mode. Again, zero drain, so you don't have to worry about it. Charge it. It'll sit there, come back to it in a year. It's still going to have the charge you left it on. This is going to be about 6,000 charge cycles for the first 100% battery. And then after that 6,000 charge cycles, you're going to be about 80% battery capacity from there on out. So that's the difference. This is also created with the Therm Duro, which is their new cell technology, which means I can run it in temperatures that I normally couldn't run some of the other systems in. So -4 degrees or more, and of course up to about 113 or so. It's like -20 Celsius to 45 degrees Celsius. So kind of cool. Smart NTC technology with that, of course, temperature control system on these. So check that one out if you guys are looking. Great option. Now we're going to move on from the 240D to, of course, the 500. The 500 is another beautiful station. It's actually up top on, let's grab it. Whoa, that is not where we were trying to go here. Let's go up, right up there. Yeah, I know all about the nurse life, buddy. I was with nurses all day yesterday. The Jackery Explorer 500 is 518 watt hours of power in a beautiful 13-pound package. Now at 13 pounds, guys, you have an amazing power station that's coming in at $284 at a 43% savings. It's gonna have three 5-volt 2.4 amp USB-A ports. It's gonna have one 500 watt AC outlet that does 1,000 watts max. It's going to have 3 DC plugs, 12 volt 10 amp, and then the 6.5 millimeter plugs. The 6.5 millimeter plugs is going to allow you to connect up to the DC connections. You're then going to have the 8 millimeter DC plug that's going to allow you to connect up to your solar panel, your wall plug, or your cigarette lighter adapter that I just showed you. It's going to take you about 5.5 hours to charge it. It's going to allow you to run a blender for over 50 minutes. You guys can do about 30 hours with the laptop, 7 hours with your flat screen TV, 9 hours with the mini cooler, 9 hours with the CPAP machine, or over 80 hours with, of course, your beautiful Nintendo Switch. Now, with your charge time of 5.5 hours on a wall plug, 5.5 hours in your car outlet, or 7.5 hours with a 100 watt solar panel, you have an amazing solar station that's going to do well for you. This is going to be a nice little portable system at 13.5 pounds, and you guys can do whatever you need. If you want to add a 100 watt solar panel, add it, and of course get it for $445. Now, $445 is going to be about 44% savings compared to the $800 price tag that it normally has. If that is not your variation or system that you're looking for, then we got like the 300 plus. I think the 300 plus is coming in at 34% savings today at $199. Now the 300 plus is on the table. Now that is an 8-pound power station. That 8-pound power station is going to do very, very well for you guys, and it's going to do it when you need it. Now for 8 pounds, you guys can carry it, take it wherever you want. You're going to have 288 watt hours of power. Now 288 watt hours of power, you guys are going to have all the connectability and accessibilities that you could ever want, and a nice portable little power station. It has a flashlight on the front with single mode lighting or SOS pattern. It's got a 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. It's got one 100 watt USB-C port bidirectional, one 15 watt USB-C output port, and one 18 watt USB-A port. You're going to have the single 300 watt AC outlet and of course 600 watts max on this device. 4 ways of charging. You guys can do wall plug, a little over an hour and a half. Or a little under an hour and a half, I should say. USB-C port on the side, a little over 2.5 hours of charge time. Wall charging, you guys can, or I said wall charging, car charging is going to be a little over 4.25 hours. If you want to and you have a mini 40 solar panel, you're going to have about a 7.5 hour charge time. When fully charged, you guys can run your Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours without a problem. 13 to 15 cell phone batteries. 3 laptop charges, 5 drone batteries, 4.5 hours with the house fan, 14 hours with your Wi-Fi router. You guys, we can keep going. It's a beautiful little piece. If you want to do 12 DSLR batteries, go ahead and do so. 2.5 hours with the 90 watt mini fridge. Be my guest. 22 hours with an LED lamp. Hey, why not? You want to do a heating pad? About 7 hours of runtime with that one. Now, it is a phenomenally amazing little station by itself. Add it with solar panels, and you guys can, of course, get that charge time where you need it. Now, for $278, you guys can get it with the Mini 40 solar panel, which is a great price to be had. But I'm going to tell you guys, the Mini solar panel is a 2.5 pound solar panel. Now, 2.5 pounds. You heard me correctly. That means this package is 11 pounds total weight. That station plus this is 11 pounds. You have a fully waterproof, water-resistant solar panel that can be taken pretty much wherever you want to go. You guys unfold it and start using it. You guys have an amazing, amazing panel. This panel is so small, it's the size of a 3-ring binder. It could be put in your backpack and carried anywhere. Phil could chuck this in his kid's backpack and they wouldn't be knowing they're carrying it to the campsite. That's right, you could trick your kids into carrying your equipment for you. Now, this is a beautiful little device. I love the package deal. The package deal is great. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal package deal. But if you want to, you guys can get the 300 plus with 100 watt solar panel for $398. You guys are going to get, of course, a step up in charging. You're going to be under, if I remember right, it's under 5 hours or so with the 100 watt panel. So you guys have options. I mean, it's a great idea to be able to charge at those fast usages and, of course, everything else. So cool ideas, great pieces. All right. Up next is going to be the bigger station. We're going to talk about the 2000 plus. Now, the 2000 plus is a crazy, crazy package deal that we're going to start off with. So when I do this, we're going to move pictures, we're going to move cameras, we're going to talk about the big bad boy right there on the table. Now, this is a 63-pound power station. Now, you're going to get this power station and 2 of the 200 watt solar panels for $1,400. It's a 58% savings. Because it's over $1,000, you guys can use that 5% discount code that we have for you and save yourself a few bucks. Why not? Now, 2,042 watt hours of power that can be fully charged in 2 hours time. That's right, 2 hours. It's a standard quick charging with this. Now, with it, you're going to get 2 100 watt USB-C ports, 2 18 watt USB-A ports, 12 volt 10 amp hidden plug. That's, of course, behind a panel right there. Large digital display. 4 AC outlets that do 3,000 watts of pure sound wave power, can peak at 6,000. You're also going to get that NEMA style plug above it that's going to do 3,000 watts or 6,000 max. That NEMA plug is going to be the TTR30, which means you guys can connect it up to a manual transfer station, or you guys can connect it up to, of course, your motorhomes, your RVs, connection ports through those. This device can solar or wall charge at 2 hours, solar charge at 2 hours with 6 200-watt solar panels and max sun. With it, you guys can link extra batteries if you need to, up to 5 of them, and then 5 batteries is going to give you guys 12 kilowatts of power. With the system itself, you guys can run a 200-watt desktop PC for over 12 hours without a problem. You guys could do a 1150-watt window AC for about 2 hours. You guys could do, of course, your house refrigerator for about a day if you needed to, and that's going to be like your 100-watt refrigerator, right? Now with it, you guys can do a lot more than that. You have all the usabilities. It's got a 20 milliseconds of switchover, 30 decibels of noise levels, 25 hours of charging on your car outlet if you want to use it, 150 hours of runtime with the CPAP machine if you needed to. Maybe you guys want to run a microwave for 2 hours. Go ahead and do so. Be my guest. You want to watch a movie projector out back? Go ahead and get 14 hours of playtime with that movie projector and have a movie night out back in the sun. Or in the summer. Unfortunately for the women that want to dry their hair, you're only going to get about an hour runtime with that hair dryer. Those things are power hungry, crazy devices that will drain anybody's system down quick. 26 hours with the portable freezer, or of course 14 hours with the mini fridge. It's up to you what you choose and how you do it. For the welders out there, if you guys got that welding machine, that's right, your MIG welders or your TIG welders, you guys can actually run that thing for at least a half an hour with no problem. That's right, a half hour. 2.5 to 3 hours with the weed eater or lawnmower, 20 hours with a water pump or air pump. That's gonna be like your single piston pumps for like your air mattresses, your sump pumps, or even your air brushers. You're gonna get about 20 hours of runtime that way. If you need to, though, you guys can do 60 cell phone charges, no problem, and have a lot of fun. This thing by itself is an amazing option, but you're getting 2 of those beautiful 200-watt solar panels. But why not make it a package deal, and why not get the 4000 kit? Now, the Jackery Explorer 4000 kit is going to be that station that we just showed you that weighs 63 pounds, and the battery that's sitting right above it. Now, this would make the perfect Christmas gift for even Blake or Phil. It's going to give you guys over 4,080 watt-hours of power by adding that battery. When you add the battery, you're going to have, of course, the same charge time of 2 hours. And this is a cool reason, because you guys can add 6 solar panels to that battery as well. By adding the battery, you guys are going to get a linking cable. You're going to get a second screen on the battery to show you guys the battery percentage. When you activate the device down below, it's going to actually turn on the battery as well. When you do that, that means that 200-watt desktop PC can now run for 24 hours. That CPAP machine can run for 300 hours. Your 1150-watt window AC now can run for 4 hours without an issue. Your 14-hour movie time just became 28 hours of beautiful Lord of the Rings marathon. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Or if you really want to watch every Star Wars episode or video there is, go ahead and do so. It's going to allow you to run it. This thing is an action-packed, power-packed phenom that's going to do very, very well for everybody. If you need a system, the 2000 or 4000 kit is definitely going to be a great one to add to your kit arsenal. Now, we're about at the part of the show where I'm going to start talking about solar panels and solar panel options. Right after I sip some lemonade. Woo! Can anybody tell how tart that really? Whoa. That is some of the strongest lemonade I've ever gotten from that one place I will not mention. All right, let's talk about solar panels, guys. You have several options. You're going to have like the 100-watt bifacial option. Now, this is, of course, a nice panel. It's fully waterproof, water resistant. It's going to be perfect for anybody and everybody. This is that beautiful solar panel. It's nice, lightweight. It's bifacial charging with the IP68 rating, which means I can leave it out in the rain, out in the snow, and not have to worry about it. It's got 2 built-in kickstands, riveted on handles, and of course riveted on snap rings. You're going to have press rings to allow you to tie it down. Now, when I unconnect the snap rings, it's going to allow me to unfold the 100-watt panel. Now, this 100-watt panel is, of course, a very, very long panel. If you guys can see how long this panel is, it's actually a nice long panel, but it's double-sided. That means you guys are going to get a 25% efficiency in low light settings of charging at 25% efficiency. You guys are going to have the light blue side to get the reflective charging at a 25-degree angle. And then you're going to get that black monocrystal inside to allow you to get, of course, all of that reflective light. And you guys can see how much light it's probably reflecting over there. This is going to allow you to connect up to the 100 plus, all the way up to the 5,000 system. So if you really want to, you guys can do it. Now you're going to get the 10-foot cable. This cable is going to be pretty standard for a lot of these panels. So you're going to get like a 10-foot cable. Velcro strap, connectability through 2-prong. Some of them are going to have this connector right here that's going to allow you to, of course, charge solar panel or charge cell phones or laptops right off of it. It's got a 5-volt 2.4 amp USB-A port. It's got a I believe the USB-C port. I can't remember actually the power of that one is. I think that's a 5-volt 3 amp for the USB-C port. So you guys can do cell phones and stuff. It's going to have an 8020 adapter and a 7909 plug, so you guys can connect it into whatever system you need to connect. Now, they are labeled, so you may need to read, like this one says 7909, which has got the black end. You pop it open, the 8020 does not have a black end to it, so you can look at the end as well. Now, because it is waterproof, water resistant, I can leave it out in the snow, I can leave it out in the Arizona sun. It's not going to hurt this device. And if it has a dust storm, I can wash it off with the hose, and it will still be running. Remember, whatever station you have connected up to the 100-watt bifacial panel, you're going to want to make sure that's out of the rain or the snow. So you want to protect your system, not so much the panel. Now, with that being said, Jackery created one that's not actually in the carousel today, but we're going to show it to you. This thing is crazy, crazy cool. This is probably the thinnest solar panel I've ever seen personally in my lifespan. This is what's called the Jackery Explorer 100 Lite. This 100-watt panel is bendable. So I can actually bend this at over 200 degrees and like connect it down to like a balcony, the roof of a house, the shape of my motorhome, and I can curve it in a couple different directions, but pretty much this is going to be your more curvature than the other one. Bifacial charging. So you guys are going to have the reflective side, that lighter blue side, right? Then you're going to have the black side of the monocrystalline cell that's going to get the reflective part. It's got, of course, pressed rings all the way around, so if you guys want to stake it down to the ground or tie it down with ropes, you guys can do that. Or if you need, 3M tape it to the roof of your car or your motorhome. You know what I'm talking about, guys. It's got a permanently fixed cable. Now, the permanently fixed cable is a flat wound Anderson clip style cable. That's right, Anderson clip style cable. So the Anderson clip is right there for you. With this one, it's got the 8020 adapter, the 7909 adapter. So I have the 7909 adapter on this one. You guys can get the 8020 as well. So the 7909 and 8020 will be a splitter piece. You guys will connect up to this. So that is the 100 light panel. This panel is a crazy. Can you guys hear that? Sorry. I'm like a kid in a candy store. Like, have you ever played with a saw blade and it made noise? That's what this is doing. So that is, of course, their flexible 100 light panel. That panel is a really cool panel that should do very, very well for a lot of you if you need a panel of that style. Now, the 200-watt solar panel, which is back here, again, a very large, beautiful panel. We will grab the video for that right here. You have a video right here for this. And we'll play that video.
Are you looking
this
for
is
that
the 200-watt panel. You're going to get the
of
same
course,
10-foot cable with this. You're going to get double-sided bifacial charging. The blue side's going to be that reflective side. The black side's going to be, of course, that darker charging side that's going to get the most
cable.
sun,
It's got
right?
an 80-20 adapter.
10-foot cable, 80-20, 7909 adapter, USB-C, USB charging cable, but 10 foot long, right?
Now 80-20 is going to be
this panel is over 90 inches long. That's right, you heard me right. 96 inches long. Now, 96 inches long, it was too long to get in this video when I did the video, and it's still too long to
things. You have a USB-C cable, you also have a USB-A cable
behind me on live stream. It's crazy how big that panel is.
Off of this, do that.
It's a 16-pound solar panel.
Now it is approximately 90 inches.
The 200-watt solar panel is coming in at $319. That's right. $319. It's a 16% savings.
It's got built-in kickstands.
It's 26.7% efficient in converting light to power in the lowest of light settings.
Strapped and Velcroed on. Got a beautiful little piece.
Fully waterproof, water resistant with the IP68 rating. Again, leave it out in the rain, leave it out in the sun. It's going to outperform the PERC panels.
90 inches
so you don't have to worry. It's an IBC technology. So
it's so long.
You got it.
It's going to be hard for
magnetic clasp to hold it shut on, of course, that ETF laminated handle. It's got a sunlight angle indicator, so you guys can angle it and indicate it at the sun properly at a 25-degree angle.
To, of course, capture and get all of that beautiful
proper 25-degree angle
that you need to charge.
So that, of course, is the Jackery Explorer 200-watt panel. Now, the Mini 40 solar panel is another great option. This is going to be that Mini 40 solar panel. This is going to be a nice, small, portable, lightweight panel. This is like normally is $79, I think, usually on sale. It is, of course, fully waterproof, water resistant. Look at that. Trifold design. Pop it out. It's actually quite larger than you would expect. When folded up, it's 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, and a half-inch thick at its thickest point. It's the size of a 3-ring binder. This is portable. It can be put in a backpack, carried around in your wife's purse, whatever you want. This is accessible. You put it in the back seat of your car and put it in that pocket in the back seat, and you guys will always have a solar panel on hand. This is an amazing little solar panel that's going to do very, very well if you need a 2.5 pound solar panel. 2.5 pounds, guys. It's lightweight, very, very easily accessible. Again, when you get this, you're going to get like a cable like this that's going to connect up to it. It's going to allow you to connect either through USB-C port through most of your devices, or it's going to allow you to connect up to through the DC plug, the 7909. This is meant for the smaller stations only. It's only going to work on like the 100 plus, the 240Ds, the 240s, 240 V2, the 300, and 300 plus. So that's going to be your options for the smaller one. Now, I'm sure I'm missing a couple stations, like I think a 380 or something like that. European versions, I think. So, really cool option. Mini 40. Great panel for you guys if you're looking. Now, you're also going to have like the 500X solar panel that Jackery offers, and that's another large solar panel. This one you guys are going to see in a kind of a video variation, not the carousel, but just
pop up and start using
the 500X does come in a couple of the kits, like the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus kit. It's made from 6 85-watt panels interlinked with, of course, Anderson clips. You guys can link multiple 500Xs together if you wanted to. They are connected and set at 25 degrees perfectly angled. They do reflective charging, bifacial charging, 25% efficiency or more, converting light to power. Can be connected up to like the 1000 V2 all the way up to the 5000 systems. It's amazing. It comes with, of course, the 10-foot cable and the adapters and a carrying bag. So that's going to be like your 500X solar panel. Now, the last panel that we have to show you guys today is going to be the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime is going to be a tempered glass variation for you. So, This is a tempered glass solar panel. It is glass, does not fold. You do need to be careful with this. This is $170 today. It's a 43% savings. Full glass panel, bifacial charging, and fully waterproof, water resistant. Metal housing all the way around, so you don't have to worry about it. On the back of the 100 prime panel, you're going to have 12 individually pre-drilled holes to light and mount it to the hardware. It comes with 4 Z brackets, or of course brackets to mount it. It's going to come with 8 self-tapping screws. It's going to come with 4 nuts, bolts, and of course washers. It's also going to come with the 10-foot cable pre-connected, so it's permanently connected. This 10-foot cable is of course Anderson clip for you, so it's an Anderson clip. So if you wanted to hook it up to, let's say, that 500X with an Anderson Y splitter, you could do that. It's going to come with an adapter at the end, and this is going to be, I believe, if I can find it, this is going to be the 8020 adapter. Now, you will get the 7909, of course, as well, if you guys need that. It should be labeled, so if you guys are looking, there should be a label on the adapters for you. If not, look at the end. The end is usually a thing. Angle it at 25 degrees if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Lay it flat. You can use this thing, put it out in the sun, put it out in the snow, not worry about it. This is actually usable in the Arizona sun, so up to about 130 degrees. If you wanted to, you guys can do it. -4-degree weather, not a problem. It's going to allow it. It's tempered glass, so if it does break, guys, it's going to break into small squares, so don't worry about it cutting things, right? You don't have to worry about this. $170 is your option on that 100 prime panel if you're looking for a panel of that size. Now with that, that is the last of the lineup that we were going through. So we pretty much made it through the whole lineup. So let's talk about the deals of the day. And we're going to kind of, mention the deals of the day for you guys. Go back through a little bit. So number one deal of the day for me is going to always be that 1000 V2. It's like a number one seller. But because we have such a great discount code for you guys, you can get it at $332 today. So if you want to, $332 is your price when you use this code for the 1000 V2. Now the 1000 V2 is that beautiful station I've been using throughout this show to power some lights, of course, on hand. Now that's going to be that beautiful bad boy right there. 1070 watt hours of power, perfectly priced. All the connectabilities, and 24 pounds. Very lightweight. At 24 pounds, it's portable. It's accessible. Now, remember, there's also the 240D that's coming in at a great price point as well. You guys can also get the 2000 V2 for like $699 today. The 2000 V2 is another beautiful power station. 2042 watt hours of power at a great price point. Now, you guys can get it at a great killer price point. It's actually that station right in the middle right there. It steps up. It's about 40 pounds. So you guys got a 39-pound package, but 2042 watt hours of power. All the same plugs as the 1000 V2. You're going to have 3 AC outlets, 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB-A port, 12-volt 10-amp plug. Also going to have that flashlight that does, of course, 3 modes of lighting for $699. So that's a great price point. Another big seller if you guys are looking for it. If you're looking for something newer, you guys will have like the 3000 power station right here. The 3000 is going to be about $934. But it is a great power station. And it's going to do very well. It does weigh a little bit though. It's about 55 pounds. So if you need to, Jackery does make a dolly or / cart. It's going to allow you to carry it around for you. Now, some of the other great stations is going to be like the 3600 plus or the 5000. That's going to be more of your larger stations meant for gearing towards your whole home. Both of those will allow you to have up to 5 batteries. It will also allow you to connect up to a second station and have 10 batteries. So you guys are going to have different variations, different price points for those ones. The 3000 is going to be, I think the 3600 plus is like $16.99. So You're gonna have like a $16.99 price tag with that one, but it's gonna give you guys over 3,500 watt hours of power, multiple connections, and extra batteries. If you want like the 5,000 guys, it's gonna cost you a little bit more, about $2,800, but you're gonna get a crazy big power station right here. It's going to have, of course, 4 AC outlets on the front, 2 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports, 12-volt 10 amp, 2 NEMA style plugs on the side. They do 120 and 240-volt connections. It's going to allow you to charge in 5 different ways. Smart transfer station, wall charging, standard wall charging, high power solar array, low power solar array, or solar array and wall charging at the same time. And it's going to allow you to charge in 5 different times. This will allow you to have 5 batteries, second station, 10 batteries, and all of the usage scenarios you could ever think of running in your whole home. Now with that, guys, this is the first day of Black Friday sales, so you guys definitely check them out. We will be back tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. So if you guys haven't hit that follow button, go ahead and do so now. It costs you nothing to hit the follow button. Also hit the live notification button. That will allow you to know when we go live on these shows. With that, I hope we see you guys tomorrow for our next deal stream. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Black Friday shopping. We'll see you guys on the next show. Later, everybody.